Yeah, so I'm painting Trench Crusade basically. um, so the art style might seem a little familiar. These are going to be for my Black Grail squad, and I know my list isn't like the best; it isn't optimal, but I had to include this Lord of Plagues model. So I saw this and I was just like, "Oh my god, I'm building a squad for them, and I'm including that model. It's way too cute to not include." So I am gonna go for just the traditional Team Cherry Hollow Knight colors. And of course the infection nonsense, I'm gonna make it look like the Radiance. I gotta do it. So hopefully I can match my excitement to the paint job. Okay. It's a little crooked, man. Oh shit. Alright, let's zoom out of it. Alright. It's good. It's good. It's good. I'm gonna get some of this off-white. It's a little cool, so I think it'll look good. Plus the blue tones. I think it's gonna look good. I think it's gonna turn out really good, and I'm really excited. Let me get some of the Payne's Gray on here. These are very similar colors. That's all right. Okay. So I'm gonna just take some of the Payne's Gray right away and mix it with this dark warm gray, dark neutral gray. It's not gonna change it much, but it's just gonna give it a blue tone. And I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah, I'm on a little bit earlier today, but no, weird. I don't know why my overlay wasn't on. Anyways, I know I'm on earlier than usual, but I have to be at the airport. I have to leave for the airport at 9. And you know what? I have decided I am not really feeling this playlist. Yeah, I'm hoping to get these done super fast. Just because they're not gonna be super complicated to paint. So now that I got, I might as well do all of them, right? It's a little much. Okay, now I'm gonna mix up like a lighter blue gray. Ooh, that's pretty good. And I know Team Cherry does like big blocks of colors, but I think I'm gonna do more like a cell shading style. Not strictly cell shading, but you know what I mean. What's up, Sebastian? I'm streaming early today. I gotta be at the airport tonight. Yes, sir. Am I flying to see you? The opposite. Quite the opposite, actually. Flying from having seen you? Yes, exactly. I already saw you. Now I'm flying home. Lost my marbles. Yeah, TSA took them. I'm never getting those back. God, I love this song. How's your day, bud? I had to go in early, but it was giga chill, and you're home already. Holy smokes! Was it just not busy? I just gotta smooth out this front here. Everything else looks pretty decent. The private party, so you just had some side work after it was done? Hell yeah, dude. Whew. Hmm. I think it's fine. I think about pain, but not sure if you have it in me. Kind of feeling lazy. You can't be having an easy day at work and having an easy day at home. Ooh. Yeah, please do. If you go paint, you won't be here. No, that's fine. That's real. I'm not gonna be on for too long tonight. I was thinking I gotta be out of here. I gotta be done with stream by like 9. So I can swing by my mom's and get her car and stuff and get my butt on the road to the airport. Ooh, boop. Hello, what's going on, Pookie? And yeah, I saw you're down here. I might got my phone over there. You fell asleepy. Classic Poppy. Okay. I think that's good enough. Hmm. Trying to feel alive again and make some ramen. Hell yeah. I had a couple of hot dogs for Din Din. A couple of hot dogs with some Korean barbecue sauce on it. I'm late. What are we painting? We're painting some models for Trench Crusade. Um, I'm painting some models for the Black Grail faction, but these aren't official models. These are some proxies I'm going to use because they're way too cute not to use. Um, so the Black Grails, like, they're like super infected, nasty, diseased creatures, and I'm sure you can recognize the art style of these models. So these are my monsters from that game Stray. I have Stray. I don't remember any monsters from it, but they shouldn't remind you of Stray. They should remind you of a different game. So this is gonna be my general or my leader, the Lord of Tumors, and these are my heralds of Beelzebub. Yeah, I was super lazy. I didn't bother filling it in. Um, let's see. This is my corpse guard. And my disease hounds. They're very very clearly inspired by Team Cherry and Hollow Knight. I think I can reach my other army real quick. I finished this over the weekend. I didn't do a great job. I wasn't exactly excited to paint these models, but this is my Praetor for the seven-headed Court of the Seven-Headed Serpent or whatever. I'll be honest, I kind of just phoned it in. I was like, I'm sick of painting this model. It's not fun to paint. Um, this is my Desecrated Saint. And my two Hell Knights. Yeah, I was very very much over it. I was like, you know what? I'm sick of painting these models. I'm not having any fun. I just want to be done with it. And I kind of rushed them this weekend. Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for. Some lava capes, or they're Hell Knights, so it only makes sense. But I made a stupid TikTok complaining about it. Um, those models are from Loot Studios, and they're not fun to paint. They're not fun to print. I got suckered in when I first started 3D printing by their their price points or whatever. I don't know what to call it. Basically, it's like $10 and you get like basically a D&D module with like D&D stat blocks and like a pre-written story, and you get terrain and like hero models. And I was like, whoa, that's really cool. And I subbed to them for like 6 months. and those were like the first ones I painted from Loot Studios. And like if you like Loot Studios, hey, more power to you. But I think those are the first and last models I'm gonna paint from Loot Studios. Spooky James, welcome in. How's it going? So right now I want to knock these three out before I have to go to the airport. So I feel like that's like a reasonable goal. What time am I going to the airport? I should be done with stream by 9 o'clock, so I can be on my way to the airport by like 9:30. Okay, I will let her know. Headed to PAX U? No, I'm not. I am picking up my mother from the airport. I think the next con I will be going to is Polar Vortex in Chicago. It's a small one. That is the opposite of PAX U, exactly. Yeah, the next con I plan on going to is Polar Vortex in not Chicago, but basically Chicago. You want to go to the Oddities Expo? No, they might keep me if I go. I really shouldn't have started like doing like the edge highlights on these guys. Because I feel like I'm gonna get messy when I come in with the orange. My paint is kind of acting up here. Might just be too dry in my room. Spooky James, are you going to PAX? Nah, you wish. I was gonna say, because if you're going, you better be taking Jamie Dagger's free mini painting class. Yeah, I think the next major con I'm going to is going to be Adepticon. And then, God willing, knock on wood, Nova after that. I think for next year. I think those are going to be my major cons. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get like an off-white. You would love to go to Adepticon? This past year was my first time going. I went a couple years ago, but I went for like a day, and I went because it was like in my backyard. Um, and I didn't play anything. I just saw the Golden Demon stuff, and I went home. So I'm just gonna be kind of not careful here, as much as I can afford to. Not careful and just kind of cover all of this. Actually, I'm gonna get a darker, the dark ivory out. What cons have you been to, or have you not been to any? Yeah, I'm gonna start out with this dark ivory, and I know I'm making more work for myself, but I think this is gonna sell the effect a lot better. You've never been to any? That's perfectly fine. Are you just super far away, or you kind of nervous to go? You're gonna try to make Adepticon, which you don't actually care about, but you do love and miss the homies. Hell yes! Oh my god! Wait, well, I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you offline about that. You're pretty far from both. You're over in Florida. Oof. Okay. I know what's his name. Duff. Impending Duff. That's his name. Doesn't he like host or participates in like a couple um yacht based conventions that are like mini painting? Which are like why would you why would you want to be stuck on a boat with a bunch of stinky wargamers? Okay. Uh I mean, why wouldn't you? Well, I don't want to be on a boat. Maybe that's why I wouldn't do that. You have your sights on going to Adepticon and Nova, but that's very highly aspirational. That is exciting and slash don't let your dreams be dreams type shit. But I know this is looking a little sus right now, but it'll come together, I swear. Money. Did you see that Masayoshi Takanaka is coming to Chicago? I'll be honest with you, I didn't even think that guy was still alive. That's freaking awesome, though. Are you gonna go see him? Hanging out on the boat, but I get this too. Yeah. All right. I'm not gonna keep overworking this. I'm gonna move on to the next one. Hell no, it's $300 a head, so I'm telling myself he's too old to still be that good to make himself feel better. Takanaka is fucking really good. I'll be honest though, I think my concert going days are over. I'm too old and grumpy now. Like the thought of driving to Chicago, God, it makes me want to not drive to Chicago. And then being surrounded by people. Oh God. Now you're probably like, but didn't you just say you went to these big ass cons and there was hundreds of people there? Yeah. And it was a lot to take in. But I could leave and come back. I'll be honest, I don't know how people afford like non-local cons because it's like it's such a big like commitment and investment. Like you got to fly there. That's like a $300 plane ticket. Then you got to pay for a hotel. That's like upwards to $1,000. Like holy smokes! You're feeling. I also feel like I'm being too big for your britches. I went to Dragonfall and I loved it. I want to be able to take classes and super benefit, but that's gonna be so expensive. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Like for Florida Spooky James over here. Like that's so much money just to get there. That's not including food or ticket prices. Gaming Tara, thanks for the follow. Thank you for hanging out. The only reason Nova's may be doable because your sister's living in Maryland. Yeah, that's true. I mean, honestly, I would even drive to Adepticon like every day instead of paying hotel fees because like that's just nuts. I can't imagine. Like if I can't stay at my buddy's lake house this year, I'm gonna be driving 2.5 hours every day. You, you might. You reserved a room already, but it's over 1,000. You'll probably have to cancel it for Adepticon. Hey, maybe you can get some roomies. Oh, Sebastian's a princess. He wants his own room and his own this and his own that. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and do another coat here, and the reason why I'm doing this is just to kind of set myself up for success. Um, for when I start painting the orange. Because I want this to be super, super vibrant. I don't know if anyone's played the Hollow Knight games, but spoiler alerts, there's this like infestation called the Radiance. And it's like this bright orange, like fungus goo type shit that infects the bugs. Princess is an interesting way to say autistic person with incredibly low social battery, lots of social anxiety, and goes to bed at 4 a.m. Sorry, I want my own space and not to keep people up until 4 a.m. Mangoes? Where are the mangoes, dude? I haven't had a mango in years. And Seb, I wasn't trying to be interesting by saying that. I wasn't trying to say it interestingly. I was trying to say it bullyingly. You're trying to make me feel bad about it? Don't worry, I didn't. Forty chess chat. Yeah, Sebastian doesn't know, but I checkmated him like 15 minutes ago. All right. Let's get a little bit of this right. I have some references up here too, so I can again further set myself up for success here. And I'm just kind of blocking out some big chunky shapes because that's kind of what the art style really has, just the big chunky shapes. You wish you could mate me? Oh. Oh. Speaking of mating, I saw a TikTok earlier that was like this lady showing off her parrot it. And like the parrot was like trembling. Like it was having convulsions. It was scary. And she's like, "Yeah, that's my bird and it's mating season for her, so we can't touch her." We just kind of have to let her shake. She's just so horny. She's vibrating out of existence. Oh my god, I can't stand you guys. Vibrate out of existence later. Your poor washing machine. We have ads coming up in 5 minutes here. Gonna be a little more efficient than a washing machine. Hello, Nerdhala. How's it going? How we doing? We're having an early stream today because I gotta get going earlier than usual. I gotta go to the airport. Thank you for shouting out our good friend Nerdhala. Hope you're well. You're just good, just chilling since D&D was canceled. No, I hate that feeling. Are you one of the players or are you the DM? You're a player in this group? Hell yeah. Tell us about your character. And that goes for everyone. If you got a D&D character, I want to hear about them. I want to tell you guys about my D&D character, but I also don't want to tell you about my D&D character because I think Sebastian's going to get a big ass head about it. But I haven't played as a player in so long. I'm like the permanent I'm like the permanent DM. Imagine Mushu from Mulan, but green and a wild magic sorcerer. Oh my, love that. And just as a reminder, we got ads coming up in 1 minute here. Please do not sub. Do not watch the ads. Go hug your pets. Go stretch. Get some water. I will be throwing up the BRB screen, and I will be going potty real quick. Getting some water. I will not paint until you guys are back from ads. Imagine not wanting to gas up your friends, so you on purpose don't say things they would like. Every time you start a D&D campaign, it gets canceled after 1 or 2 sessions. That's such a bad feeling. I'm so sorry that keeps happening to you. And don't worry, Seb. I'll tell you about my D&D character when ads are over. With that being said, they're coming up here in 10 seconds. I'm gonna rinse off my brush, throw up the BRB screen. Sit tight. We'll be right back. We'll be right back. We're not quite back. 30 more seconds. I'm just stretching. Just stretching real quick. All right. All right, we're back. We're back from ads. Okay, Sebastian, my first and like longest played D&D character was a bard named Sebastian. My hair is giving Sebastian right now. It's not. It's not quite as curly as his. And I don't want you to get a big head because I named him Sebastian. Because one, I really like that name, and two, that was my French name in French class. You had an NPC frog named Mamo that your character failed to save, lost control and ate. Oh my god, that's awful. Why would you do that to me? What the heck happened to my music? It's not your fault. It is your fault. Should have baked your dice, dude. Okay. I shouldn't be putting as much effort into this because it's just gonna get covered up. You made a deeply flawed character who is bad at the things she needs to be good at to not let her hunger take over. The flaws are what makes the characters good. You know what I mean? Like if your character's too perfect, then where's the story? Like what happens? Like, you're just good at everything? Boring. I'm already good at everything in real life. Why do I need to play D&D for that? That's why I had to die. No. My D&D character Sebastian also had to die because that's when I took over as DM, and me and the DM had previously talked about it. I was like, I'm gonna self-sacrifice. Don't give him any options to try to save me, and that way I can take over DM and you can play. You've never played a bard? I have unfortunately only played bards. I guess not unfortunately. I have a bunch of cool character concepts that I would love to play, but I just don't have a group to play with anymore. Why is this making you emotional? You're kind of a bard in real life. Is it a full moon? Mercury's in Gatorade right now. Maybe that's it. Oh shit, that explains a lot. Yeah, I know. Right. Now you want Gatorade? I had some Gatorade earlier. Rather, I had the 7-Eleven brand Gatorade. What's it called? Like Refresh or Replenish or something like that? It's pretty good. And now that I think about it, I think I had the mango flavor. I kind of went a little crazy with this highlight here. Highlight. All right. So I'm gonna start with a dark orange. And to kick up that vibrancy, I'm gonna add some fluoro into it. This is like I think this is as dark as I'm gonna get. You like that color? The deep orange from AK? You're an orange fan. Not gonna lie, orange is also one of my favorite colors. All right. I'm just gonna go for it. It would be. It's a good color. I'm just a really big fan of like big annoying colors, you know, like a nuclear orange and like a chartreuse or you know what I mean? Like a really just electric color. Oh my god, you guys, I broke something today when I was setting up for stream and it's orange and I'm a little bummed about it. Just a little bit though. No. Yeah. Yeah. Broke them. I broke them. All things considered, it could have been a lot worse. Because it was like a 3 foot drop. That is what you were afraid of. It's fine. Like I said, all things considered, it could have been a lot worse. It just got glued like nothing's really snapped off. They just kind of broke apart from each other. So it's like it's a pretty easy fix. 3 foot drop perks of being short. All right, wise guy. I have a shelf behind my desk, and I got some models up top. And when I was adjusting the camera, I must have bumped it. You're glad it wasn't destroyed? I am too, honestly. Set that aside. On to the next one. We're running out of time here. I got 30 minutes. Okay. Mungo! Welcome in, Mungo. How you doing, big dog? Y'all, if you don't know Mungo, go to mungos.com. Is that right? Mungos.com? Get yourself some 3D printed minis, some handles, get yourself all sorts of goodies. Oh my god, wait, speaking of Mungo, if you any tabletop minions fans, he was mentioned in one of the not latest, but one of the videos from Uncle Adam over at Tabletop Minions. He was singing Mungo's praises over his handle. This bad boy right here. And it has these awesome interchangeable caps. Your nap was bad? Dude, that sucks. You just woke up from a glorious nap. That rules. You woke up wishing you didn't. Man, that's how I wake up every day. You napped so hard seeing dreams all the way through, you were deep asleep. Oof. That is not fun. All right, good enough. Oof. Sorry, I locked in for a second there. I like felt it happen. Mango con limon. How's it going? ¿Cómo estás? What is this? I am currently painting some proxies for Trench Crusade. For the Black Grail squad. You finished your mini. Oh my goodness. I'll show you right now. Let me mango con limon. Thank you for following, by the way. You felt like you were dying. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. You finished your mini. What did you paint? What did you finish? Mango con limon. I'm currently painting uh some proxies for my Black Grail Trench Crusade models squad. Well, you know what I mean. Um, so these guys are for the Black Grail. These are just my regular old. I forget their names. Let me look that up real quick. Um, these are just my regular old Grail thralls, right? So these are my week units. This is going to be my corpse guard. These are my plague hounds, I believe. Hounds of the Black Grail. That's what they're called. Right? And I got my heralds. My heralds of Beelzebub. And last but not least, I have my Lord of Plagues, or Lord of Tumors, excuse me. Right? Is that right? Yeah, Lord of Tumors. So these are Trench Crusade proxies for the Black Grail. These are modeled by Soulflare Minis, I believe. And very obviously they're modeled after Team Cherry's Hollow Knight art style. And I saw these and I had to paint them. I'm such a big Hollow Knight fan. I couldn't not paint them. So Están bonitos, bro? Gracias, gracias, gracias. This is gonna be my third Trench Crusade warband. I just finished these guys this weekend. These are from Loot Studios. I was complaining about this earlier. I'll show them off to you. But they're for my Cult of the Seven-Headed Serpent. This is my Praetor. Not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of the sculpts. I just used them because I already had them. This is my Desecrated Saint. And my two Hell Knights for that warband. So it's a small warband. I don't imagine it's gonna be any good, but they're done and they're ready to play. You painted a chibi possessed Sat guy. Wait, like Sat guy, like Oogie Boogie ish. Okay, I was thinking Sack Boy. That's what I was thinking of. Um, so I think I'm gonna try to do the eyes and just do some highlighting. A lot of the artwork for the infected Hollow Knight people, the orange is mostly like a light orange. So I think what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm just gonna throw this in here and see how it looks. Used to love Little Big Planet. I've never played it. I was an Xbox kid. Okay. So I'm gonna start out with the eye. And that is way too watery. I'm gonna add a little more paint here. Gonna have some trench minis in shop soon. Ooh! For those interested, what Mungo, I'm link friendly. If you want to drop your link, I don't have a command or know how to set that up really. I'm such a noob. But if you want to share your link, please, 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 please share your link. Oh, also, Spooky James, if you wanna if you wanna share a picture of your model, please feel free to share it with us. I would love to check it out. You make sure to have a super hot artillery witch. Instagram is very okay, yes. Wait, Mungo, I meant the link to your website, you doof. You don't have them added. I don't care. I want people to order from your website so you have more work. Okay, I didn't realize I didn't know if it was I was right or not. I wanted to make sure you got your little shout out. You hear my voice crack? Holy shit. Your mom's more work? My mom is currently on a plane. Oh my god, do you guys think I'll get harassed today by ICE? I'm picking someone up from Mexico today. Here's the chibi. Hell yeah. Let me see this. Let me see this. Oh, that's so cute. You mind if I share with the class here? I don't want to share it and not have you be okay with it. So just let me know if you're okay with it if I throw it up on screen. Sure. All right. Let's see what our friend Spooky James. Look at that. So freaking cute. Wait, it says bamboo. James, is this an FDM print? Cause that is a really good FDM quality print. You got a good, awesome, awesome glow effect on the eyes there. Looks really good. What's this for? Was this just for fun? Oops. Was this just for funsies? You print with FDM? Hell yeah. Looks really good. FDM has come such a long way. Still learning? Just got it a week or so? Holy moly. For just learning, it looks great. What printer are you printing on? Bamboo Labs? Okay, yeah. I think I need to invest in a Bamboo Labs. I've got a very, very old Ender 3 that I pretty much only use to print bases. And even like look at the fucking pimples on the bases there. You can keep experimenting with settings. Hell yeah. Yeah, printing it in itself is its own hobby. And while I did enjoy that part of the hobby when I first started in this sphere of things, hobby world, whatever, um, I did enjoy it when I first started. Now I'm just kind of like, I just want something that works. Like, I don't want to fuss with anything. I just want to set it and forget it. Uh, all right, we got 15 minutes left here before I gotta run out of here. Trying to find a playlist to put on. Here we go. All right. Think if I do a little of this blue, like pale blue, and some of this, I'm gonna be able to get a decent final highlight here. And then I'm just gonna go straight pale blue here. Bada bing, bada boom. It's not quite done yet, but close enough. Okay. Get some of this lighter orange going. And again, I shouldn't be focusing super hard. I should just be making the chunky shapes again. Let me get some of this previous mix because it's super transparent down here. I want to get some coverage going. My orange has amazing coverage. Which one? This one? Because this is a mix of these two. I don't know if you caught that. So I mixed these two for the base. I think it's covering super well because I went with the ivory underneath. I try to set myself up for success there. I wanted that fluoro orange to give it some vibrancy. Let me get a little bit more here. I'm gonna go just raw. What bright warm flesh up here? Start to brighten the eye up. And then I'm going to mix a little blue, that pale blue. And then just straight pale blue. All right. That may have been a mistake there. That is very, very bright. So hopefully it dulls down a little bit. All right. That's two. That's two of them. I got 7 minutes. 7 minutes to finish this last one. Can he freaking do it? All right. So I'm going to come over here. Again, just not being careful, getting my chunky shapes out. And I can kind of see where I want this lighter color to go because again of that bright ivory we did at the start. The original coat is super bright underneath there. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but I'm just kind of tracing those bright spots with this lighter paint. Normally I hate batch painting, but I'm just so excited to paint these guys up. I'm so excited to play with them too. Like they're so freaking cute. You can do it. Thank you. Thank you for believing. This mix. Chat, why didn't you guys tell me I missed some spots here? What the hell? Jump up to this straight, warm flesh again. I don't mind if the eye is super bright, because that's kind of where I want people to look. And I'm going to get a little more of that orange and try to even this out a little bit. Whew. I can't see you're not wearing your glasses. You missed them? All right, that's fine. I forgive y'all. Oh. I think I'm going to extend that top down a little bit here. Three minutes. Oh, wait. I forgot to do the brights. First, the peach and the blue. It's a little too bright. Put a little more peach in there. And then just straight up blue. I know I keep saying blue, and it doesn't look blue, but it's pale. It's like bright pale blue. Um, all right. Get some of this here, some of this here. My hair in the way, sorry. I felt my hair touch the camera there. 1 minute. I got 1 minute. I'm not gonna make it. Need to get a finer brush there. I didn't hear no bum. Exactly. The time is now 9 p.m. Do you know where your mom is? Yeah, she's on a plane. All right. What color did I just mix up? Was this one? Yeah. It's a little dark. A little bright. A little bright. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right. I'm just gonna make a couple like lines on all the limbs here. So hopefully that darkens up. That is a lot brighter than I thought it was gonna be. Whoops. Man. Okay, this one is done-ish. Not done enough. I always do this. I always put way too much effort in guys that are going to get eliminated in like the first turn. Boom. Call it. 3 minis. How long? 2 hours? Yeah, 2 hours. Let me cover these up before I freaking spill them. Not spill them. You know what I mean. Boom. So for reference, I think I'm gonna come back in and do a couple like shapes with like a darker orange, but this is kind of what I was going for in case you aren't familiar with Hollow Knight. This is kind of the reference I was using. So I wanted him to look like this guy. You know, give the same vibe. I think I managed to hit that. Yeah, no? What do you guys think? I can't see what you guys are saying. Dig 'em. Thank you. You're gonna go paint something orange? Ew. Not ew. You love that orange. Again, the orange I used, these two over ivory, and I highlighted with this, and bright highlights with this. Shame enjoying what you paint exactly. Uh, let's see. Last week I painted this guy. I think maybe next week I'm gonna keep working on him. I think I need to do like a lot more contrast work with the body and the carapace. But, anyways, I'll be back next Wednesday. Maybe I'll be on Sunday. I don't know. I don't want to commit, but for sure next week Wednesday. I'll be here next Wednesday. Maybe I go paint and put more work in the titty models. Yeah, there you go. Let's find somebody to raid. Let's find somebody to raid. Um, I'll be sure to. I'll be sure to say something if I'm streaming on Sunday. I want to start streaming Sundays. I just have been bad about sleeping in, and you know how it goes. Uh, who should we find to raid? Let's see. Let's see what friends are. Oh my. We gotta go. We gotta go to Chimera. Stick around. Let's go say hi to Chimera. Bye. Be good. Be good. Sunday fun day. Yeah, just paint some more models. Stay out of trees and trouble. Be good. Bye. Bye. Bye.